Hi everyone. So today we are going to finish the lesson 6 packet. You will need to have your WeScheme lesson 6 program open and your video game program. So you need both programs open, okay? So what we're going to do today is actually write the code that's going to get your danger and your target to move in your video game. Kind of cool. So since the danger in your video game can only move to the left, will the x coordinate or the y coordinate be affected? And in what way? So if we think about a grid and axes, if I'm moving to the left, that's changing the x value. If I'm moving to the left, those numbers are getting more and more negative, meaning they're getting smaller. So the x value will decrease. Okay? So we are going to use the design recipe to write a function called update danger, which takes in the danger's x coordinate and produces the next x coordinate, which is 50 pixels to the left. So the name of the function is update danger. And it's taking in the danger's x coordinate. And the x coordinate would be a number. And it produces the next x coordinate, which is 50 pixels to the left. So it's still going to give me a number. It's just going to be a smaller number. So the description of this, if I'm going 50 pixels to the left, think I'm decreasing that number by 50. What we're doing is subtracting 50 from whatever number was given at the beginning. Okay? So the second part of our design recipe, we have to write some examples. So our function name is called update danger. And we need to give an input of a number, whatever that number may be. Maybe I want 87. Okay, we're going to close our parenthesis. And what I want this function to do is subtract 50 from our given number. So we're starting with our given number, and I'm going to subtract 50. Okay, so the only thing that's going to change here are the numbers that I wrote in red. So my second example, update danger, we're going to change that number, make it bigger, 400. So my function, what it's going to produce, we're subtracting 50 from 400. Okay, now we want to circle the changeable part here. So the 87 and the 400 were my changeable parts. And we want to come up with a variable name. Now, in our problem here, it's saying it takes in the danger's x coordinate, right? And produces the next x coordinate. So we could just call these x. Because essentially that's what it is. It's the value of x. So my definition, update danger, and my variable is x. And what this function is going to do is subtract 50 from x. Okay? So in your lesson 6 program on WeScheme, we are going to click recipe and enter this design recipe that we just came up with. Okay? Then we're going to click insert. On the line right below the contract, we're going to type the purpose statement beginning with a semicolon. And then we're going to click run. Okay? And then part C here is asking us to evaluate 2 pieces of this just to check to make sure that it works. So in WeScheme, in our lesson 6, we are going to click recipe. Actually, you want to make sure that your cursor is not inside anything. So make sure it's like down somewhere over here. Okay. Recipe. Our contract. We just wrote update danger. Okay. The domain of our function was a number. The image is also a number. By examples, update danger 87 minus 8750. Next example, update danger 400 minus 450. Okay, let's scroll down here. Now we're going to define. So my definition, my definition, update danger x minus x 50. Everything's green, so we're going to click insert. And there we have our update danger. So then it said to enter our purpose statement. So I'm going to do an enter after our range here. Semicolon. Subtract 50 from the given number. All right. Then it said click run. And we want to evaluate update danger 50 and update danger 120. So on the right hand side, update danger 50. So 50 less than 50 should be 0, which is what we got. Update danger 120. 50 less than 120 is 70, which is what we got. Okay, so your update danger code should give you 0 and 70 when you do this. If not, something's must be wrong with your code. So you want to make sure you go back and fix that because you are going to need this for your video game. Okay. Our next page, since the target can only move to the right, will the x coordinate or y coordinate be affected and in what way? So again, if we're thinking about our grid, if we're moving to the right, again, that's changing the x value, but this time x is going to increase. Okay, so use a design recipe to write a function called update target, which takes in the target's x coordinate and produces the next x coordinate, which is 50 pixels to the right. So this is going to be almost the exact same thing, except instead of subtracting 50, we're adding 50. So my name, update target, is going to take in a number and produce another number. And my purpose statement here is we are adding 50 to the given number. Okay, so my examples, update target, whatever number we want. And my function is going to add 50 to 61. My second example, update target. We use a number. And we're going to add 50 to 104. Okay, so again, we're going to circle the part of this that's changing. And again, these represent the x value of the target. So we're going to call it x. So my definition, update target, x. And what my function is going to do is add 50 to x. Okay? So we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with the update danger code. In lesson 6, in your software, in WeScheme, we're going to click recipe, enter all of this information, insert our recipe, type in the purpose statement and click run, and then we're going to evaluate 2 codes to make sure that this works. So in WeScheme, make sure that, again, your cursor is not inside one of your things that you already done, that it's down here. We're going to click recipe. My contract, we have update target. Oops, see? My cursor wasn't in the box. Update target. The domain is a number. The range is another number. My example, update target 61. Add 61 and 50. Update target 104. Add 104, 50. And my definition, update target x, add x, 50. Everything's green, so we click insert. We want to enter our purpose statement, semicolon, add 50 to the given number. Let's run. And the 2 that we had to evaluate, update target 50. So 50 plus 50 should give me 100. Yep. Update target 120. We want to add 50 to 120, so we should get 170. Yep. All right. So now your update danger and your update target code are working. So what we're going to do is, in your video game file, so the one that you already started, we are going to copy and paste our code from the lesson 6 program into your video game program. Okay, so here is a screenshot of what exactly you're going to do here. Okay, so if we look in the video game, what you should notice right here is that the update danger contract and purpose statement are already written. So I don't need to copy that again. All that we need to do is delete these sections of code here, this blue define update danger and define update target. We want to delete these out and paste our examples and definition in for each of them. Okay, so I'm going to run through that with you. So in our code, since update danger is first, we're going to do that first. So update danger, we want to copy from here to the examples. Okay, so Control C copies. And in our video game, we're going to just highlight on top of this and do Control V. So what should happen is that those 2 lines that were there should now be replaced with your examples and your definition. And we're going to do the same thing with targets. We're going to go back to lesson 6. We're going to copy our examples in the definition, Control C, video game, highlight these 2, Control V. There we go. Okay. Now, at the bottom of page 7 on your packet, it says, when you're ready, have your teacher check your code in the last name video game file. You'll know you're ready when you click run and you see your danger and target fly across the screen. So I'll show you right now. If I click run, you see how the green circle and the red triangle were moving this time? Awesome. So that's what should happen. Okay. All right. Now, if anyone has any questions, please let me know. If not, have a wonderful night. Bye.